12. Don't forget to tune in right here on the street 919 FM every Wednesday from 10:05 a.m. Performance Beat All Talk.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world. The Street 919FM.com. News from the Street 919FM.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 12 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM and online Facebook and YouTube. In the headlines, Trinidad and Tobago crosses 2,000 COVID-19 deaths, 689 new cases recorded. Toddlers among COVID-19 cases, 4 deaths among children recorded. The CEO at the North Central Regional Health Authority denies claims that the mortuary is overwhelmed, and internationally the World Health Organization warns of thousands more COVID deaths by March in Europe. And now the news in detail. Trinidad and Tobago's COVID-19 related deaths have passed the 2,000 mark as of yesterday. With 11 deaths recorded over the last 24 hours, the death toll now stands at 2,009. Among the fatalities are 8 men and 3 women. 7 people had multiple comorbidities, including diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease. 2 had only 1 comorbidity, while 2 others had no known comorbidity. There are also 689 new cases of COVID-19. Active cases now stand at 9,297. The ministry said 542 people remain at hospital and are being treated for the virus, while 64 people have been discharged. Meanwhile, Health Minister Terence Dialsing is dismissing claims that a shortage of intensive care level nurses at the ICU is to blame for the recent spike in COVID-19 deaths. The minister said his ministry has implemented electronic monitoring at the Couva Hospital and the multi-training facility, with plans to install the system in several other hospitals. Dialsing added that the ministry is also implementing other strategies to maintain optimum care at hospitals.
11 toddlers, babies, under 3 months old are contracting COVID. On exam, 11 toddlers, babies, under 3 months old are contracting COVID. On examination, 50% of the parents are in fact COVID positive, and we don't have the hard number yet, but the vast majority is what we have been explaining to the country, unvaccinated.
COVID-19 has also spread to secondary schools. Data taken between November 15th to the 19th revealed that 41 students and 43 staff members have contracted the virus. These patients are spread across several school districts across the island. Dialsing said at present a total of 84 students are in quarantine, with many more awaiting their COVID-19 test results. He also added that 4 more children have died from the virus. Dialsing continues to urge the population to get vaccinated in order to achieve herd immunity. In other news, the CEO of the North Central Regional Health Authority, Davlin Thomas, is denying that the mortuary is overwhelmed with people who had died with the deadly virus. His statements came following an article in a daily newspaper which claimed that the mortuary was under pressure with bodies piled on top of bodies. Mr. Thomas said not only is the claim in the newspaper untrue, he said such a statement could be reached if the majority of the population does not get vaccinated.
The IRT, which is our incident response team, we have 3 tiers of effort, of escalation, and they are gray, blue, and red. We're at blue. So we're not at that red zone as yet. But if people don't get vaccinated, I can imagine the possibility.
Mr. Thomas noted that the NCRHA outsources funeral homes for COVID-19 related deaths to ensure the authority does not operate beyond capacity.
Our mortuaries, we basically outsource. So the idea of being overwhelmed at the facility really doesn't apply. We have a listing of approved suppliers or funeral homes that we utilize if we have an increase in bodies to care for, to engage.
The NCRHA also denies that sick patients were being turned away due to a lack of resources. International news now. Countries across Europe are facing another surge in coronavirus cases, which could lead to another 700,000 deaths by March. If current trends continue, according to the World Health Organization, more than 1.5 million people have already died from COVID-19 in the 53 countries that make up the World Health Organization's European region. That means the death toll could top 2.2 million by early 2022. We have more in this BBC report.
As the pandemic continues to spread across Europe, many people are asking if the region's leaders can bring the surge in COVID cases back under control. Well, this afternoon, European parliamentarians are meeting in Brussels. They're discussing just that, following these stark warnings we've had from the World Health Organization, who say Europe and parts of Asia could reach 2.2 million deaths by March next year. And that has prompted governments to take some fresh measures. More are expected to follow. Let's show you Austria, which this week became the first EU country to reintroduce a nationwide lockdown. People are only allowed to leave home for essentials, but the daily average there, over 14,000 new cases. Germany, among several nations, could soon be making booster jabs a requirement to be considered fully vaccinated. Almost 50,000 new infections have been reported there daily. And in Russia, we're seeing a daily death toll now recently topping 1,200 people, 36,400 new infections being reported on average every day in Russia. Several countries, though, have seen really fierce protests against any new measures or restrictions. The Netherlands seeing several nights of rioting. The daily average there, around 21,900 new cases.
And that was the 12 o'clock news on the streets, 919 FM, and online Facebook and YouTube. Recapping the headlines: Trinidad and Tobago crosses 2,000 COVID-19 deaths, 689 new cases recorded. Toddlers among COVID-19 cases, 4 deaths among children recorded. CEO at the North Central Regional Health Authority denies claims that the mortuary is overwhelmed. And internationally, the World Health Organization warns of thousands more COVID deaths by March in Europe. Do enjoy your afternoon. I am Vanessa Thomas.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.